time, and that's out. Eric, who stands out to you?
You know, I'm really excited to have the chance to watch Xander Bogaerts do his thing. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him.
And that'll be the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Backhanded on to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, when you're talking about watching somebody throw a ball across the diamond, this guy throws it like a laser. Over at third base, doesn't have the great range, but if he gets his hands on it, oh my, can he throw it.
Xander Bogaerts gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. And that misses inside 1-0. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, some call Simmons a pitcher's umpire because he's been known to have a wide zone at times, but I think he evens it out, to be honest with you. Pretty fair overall.
Nighttime baseball now from Progressive Field here in the Buckeye State of Ohio. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Boston Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Corey Kluber gets the ball for the Indians in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA of just under 3.5. He's thrown some great ball games in his career. He's thrown some real clunkers. Hopefully, for his sake, he throws well in this one.
Mookie Betts strides forward this evening.
Leading off tonight for Boston, center fielder Mookie Betts.
And we are underway now from Cleveland as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. And 0 to be on the beach in Hawaii tonight. 43 degrees at first pitch. Three and 0 now. Waiting next is Dustin Pedroia. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
He can afford to be patient here because all he's looking to do is get on base and do his damage from there.
Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
Now he's got to take a deep breath out there on the mound right now. I mean, not only will he kick himself for walking the leadoff guy, but also he just walked the fastest guy in the building. I mean, that's definitely not what he wanted to do out there.
Dustin Pedroia gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Pitch out, nothing doing. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, Simmons is one of those umpires that can be a little inconsistent, but I think his strike zone is one that can benefit both pitchers and hitters. It just depends on what part of the zone the pitch is located.
And he misses again, 2-0.
And if you're keeping track, and you know I am, that's now 7 pitches and 6 balls here to start the ball game.
Nobody out, runner on first. There's a strike. It's 2-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Now a throw over to first, and the runner back safely. Runners off for second. Got a lot of it out to deep left. Rain wall. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, he gives this ball a pretty good ride. No shot to get this one, as it's going to wind up hitting on the track and one hop in the wall out there. He's going to wind up pulling into second with an RBI double.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And he falls behind 0-2. Kluber pauses. Here's the 0-2. Line to the right side. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, one thing's for sure. They love what Mookie Betts brings to this offense. He's got some wheels on him. And that's a big part of why he's successful at the major league level. Routine grounders become tough plays. Singles get turned into doubles, and what would have been a 1-2-3 inning suddenly becomes a rally.
Here comes the first pitch. David Ortiz comes on with one away as he looks at a ball
At the plate, realizing that they might be working around you to put you on, so you can't go up there chasing some pitches out of the zone.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Hit out towards second. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
You're pretty lucky here just to get an out on this play. It's going to cost them a run, but that's a nice pickup and a tough, hurried throw to at least get the out at first base.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. As he'll take a look at ball one. Two out, nobody on. And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
And Ramirez will just try and work his way aboard here. It's 3-1. Now, people describe this guy as throwing a heavy sinker. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's the case, but it's true. When you run into a guy with a good sinker and lots of movement on it, it just feels like you're hitting a bowling ball. The ball just doesn't go anywhere.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So 2 runs on just 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Boston's out in front, 2-0. David Price, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, when you talk about starting pitchers, he's one of the most consistent there is in the game. He's got a career ERA in the low 3s. I expect him to throw a good ball game here in this one.
Rajay Davis comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Rajay Davis.
A fastball here as you'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. One and two, here it comes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, guys, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He's a catalyst for this offense when his bat is hot. Just needs to keep having good at-bats.
Into the box now, Francisco Lindor. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Chopped weakly to the left. Sandoval's got to get rid of it. On to first, and the Price is right here, 2 away. With a moment now, take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Sure, guys. Some of the things that Xander Bogaerts does at shortstop, absolutely incredible. He's got a ton of speed, allows him to cover ground, arm as good as anybody at the position, and his instincts allow him to get better and better as he gets more experience.
Jason Kipnis gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Yeah, he was hoping for a quick 1-2-3 to start the night. Now he's going to have a little work to do with a runner on and a dangerous cleanup hitter coming up.
Carlos Santana set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Now a snap throw to first, and he's back standing. Ready to power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike 1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And it's quickly 0-2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Just a touch outside. 1-2. to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
A runner on first with 2 away. Now a swing, and Santana hits this one high in the air out to deep left field. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left as the Indians have come back to tie it at 2.
Well, you know it has a tendency to get overlooked here. That 2-out single that kept this inning alive. I mean, you take nothing away from the guy that just hit the home run, but this is what happens when teams put up a fight there with 2 away. Pays off for him big time.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Scorched to third. There's Sandoval. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. We're back to Progressive Field after this. Pablo Sandoval will start us off here in inning number 2 with our score tied 2-2.
And with the way both teams swung the bats in the first inning, we may be looking at a lot more runs than that.
Kluber steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is where he's at his best. When he gets that sinker running away, he's tough to hit.
Yeah, the problem is when he leaves that thing up, that's when he gets into all sorts of trouble.
Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Gomes has it. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. Into the box, Rusney Castillo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Stepping in now, Blake Swihart, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
And in a National League game, this might be a spot to put one down, but I sort of doubt we'll see that here.
First and second here with nobody out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Grounded down the third baseline. And he's retired here, one away. Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, one of the great shortstops in the game, especially when you're talking about athleticism, Francisco Lindor. What he does just amazes every time out. We'll get an opportunity to watch him in this one.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Jackie Bradley Jr. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Runners are at second and third with one down. Lifted the other way to left center. Almonte on the move, and the runner from third crosses the plate. The run scores from second. It's 4-2, and he is into second base with a two-run double.
Bottom of the lineup, making some noise here. You get two on to start the inning. Not anymore. They both come in to score, and that's going to wind up as a two-run double.
Here's Mookie Betts. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And now this is all about minimizing damage out there on the mound. He's got to regroup, and he's got to do it quick, or this game will get away from him.
One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike two.
You can tell he's got sinker on the mind because he definitely undercut that one.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. This one's flared toward left center. Calling for it, Davis. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Now batting number 15, second baseman Dustin Pedroia.
Dustin Pedroia stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
First offering on its way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. That pitch count, as you see, already standing at 41.
And you don't need Eric or I to tell you about that. That's way too many this early.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Slider, and that thing comes in at 89 on the radar gun. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. On the ground up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Well, not really all that tough a play heading up the middle, but you see it takes a funny little hop there at the end, and This will be scored as an error.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
High in the air out to center field. Almonte is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 2 men left on base. On now to the bottom of the second. The Red Sox 4 and the Indians 2. Leading off the inning, Lonnie Chisenhall, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Lonnie Chisenhall.
Into the windup and the pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. Chopped down the third base line. Foul, says the third base umpire. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Oh, and 2. Here it comes. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
We'll take another look at the sequence here on Showtrack. Now, as we watch, notice that it's all hard stuff through the first 4 pitches. But then on pitch number 5, he finally turns to something off speed, and that leaves the hitter with no chance.
Here's Mike Napoli now. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him.
That's
ball 2.
2-0.
Outside, 3-0 now. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look, you're going to have to fish for something because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Juan Uribe takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. He's set. Here it comes. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And there he goes towards second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And he got him at second on a perfect throw.
Well, that's kind of what makes the hit and run play such a gamble. You can see right here on Showtrack, this ball's not even in the strike zone. So once the guy at the plate can't make contact, that runner is hung out to dry.
On the ground to third. Sandoval has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Nothing doing for the Indians there. Still down by a count of 4-2. David Ortiz is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Now, after a rough couple of innings, you'd like to give your guy a chance to straighten himself out here, but I also think you got to keep your options open in case he just doesn't have it.
Kluber gets the sign. Here it comes on 1-0. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Seems like there have been quite a few of these easy takes here in these first few innings.
Actually, a lot of easy takes. He's making it much too simple for these guys to get into good hitters counts.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A solo home run for David Ortiz. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Here's Hanley Ramirez as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. It looks like this is going to be one of those times.
And Ramirez can't get that one as he swings and misses for strike two.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, it's really not too hard to figure out what the game plan is on a guy like this. You cannot give him anything up around the belt that he can drive. So you're going to see that all 4 pitches are either mid-thigh or below, and that's right about where you're going to want to be pitching against a guy like this.
Ready now, Pablo Sandoval, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Lined hard toward right center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. And that's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Rusney Castillo steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
From the stretch. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Time to play pitching coach. What's he doing wrong?
It's more of a question of what's he doing right. It ain't much.
The 1-0 delivery. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
And another good hitter's count to work with here. They've been able to sit back and just really tee off on him.
First, you got to think this has to be a fastball here.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. It's not a bad idea.
Runners on first with 1 down. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Almonte sprinting after it, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Well, he gets you out there, but he's not missing many bats right now. And guys are really putting together some good swings against him so far.
Blake Swihart stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch on its way. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
The left fielder, number 20.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Jackie Bradley Jr. will try to pick up where he left off. He doubled home a couple his first time around. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. And a curveball to begin the at-bat, 0-1.
And this is a spot where you got a chance to put away a team early. So this becomes a very important at-bat for both teams.
Looking to minimize the damage here. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
A pause and the 0-2. And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. One for the Sox thanks to the big blow by David Ortiz. We played 2.5. 5-2 now, Boston. Leading off the inning, Abraham Almonte. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Abraham Almonte.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard to short. Gloved by Bogarts. And a rather easy first out.
The left fielder, number 20, Rajay Davis.
Rajay Davis will stand in as the lineup turns over here. He was called out on strikes to open the home first.
And remember, they got him on a fastball, so I got to figure they're going to attack him the exact same way.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And now, oh, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, you know, he knew who he had running down the line right there, so he had to try to hurry the throw. But in hindsight, I think he had a little bit more time than even he thought, and he winds up throwing this one away.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. One out and a runner on second base. That's by him for strike one. Grounded to the right. Gets dirty and gloves it. It's in time.
Picked him up. Nice play. And that's a great play down at first just to make sure that he gets an out right here. The runner will move up a base, but that's a small price to pay for getting that out at first. Well done.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Here's the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The 0-2 home. Now a ball hit hard, but the next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
A ball and two strikes. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Good battle here. This will be the seventh pitch coming up. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. One left for the Tribe. They trail 5-2. Mookie Betts is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Kluber sets his sights. Here it comes. Called strike at the letters, 0-1.
Boy, that's almost like taking an overhand right from the champ right there. He couldn't even think about pulling the trigger that time.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Almonte has it in his tracks. And that's the first out of the inning.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Dustin Pedroia steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Drilled right back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball one. turned on down the line. And this is past Uribe on down the line. A fair ball.
Number 34, the designated hitter, David Ortiz.
David Ortiz will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
Well, he's thrown a fair amount of first pitch strikes, about 60%, but you've got to locate better, and that's the reason why he's having a tough time out there.
And he misses with it. 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Fourth inning here, already a 5-2 score. And another foul ball. And Ortiz hits this one on the ground to second. And a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Indians 2. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Carlos Santana will settle in to lead things off here for Cleveland. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Got him.
Boy, and just a great call that time to turn to the changeup. That's one of those at the plate where you don't even wait for the umpire to make the call. You know you're a goner.
Yan Gomes stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Two runs on 2 hits and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far. Hit to third. Sandoval fields it cleanly. On to first, and there are 2 down.
The right fielder, number 8, Lonnie Chisenhall.
Digging in, Lonnie Chisenhall. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Betts has a read on it, and that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3, and the deficit remains 5-2. Hanley Ramirez will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Well, this start's been a real bear for him so far. You see the pitch count here to start the 5th. That has to be a concern.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, not close on either of these first 2 pitches. I mean, he's going to have to find the release point quick before he loses the leadoff guy.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Kluber's ready, 2-1 on its way. And Ramirez will just try and work his way aboard here. It's 3-1. There's the Panda on deck. He'll bat next. Drilled on the ground to short. Lindor is up with it, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter, number 48, third baseman Pablo Sandoval.
Pablo Sandoval will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the 5th inning here. 5-2 is our score. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
Ready on 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the former World Series MVP. Sinker, 3-2 now.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
5 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. That'll miss to Sandoval, who displays some rare patience that time. It's ball 4.
Well, what's disturbing here is this guy is almost impossible to walk. I mean, there are certain guys in this lineup that you have to go after. If you put it anywhere close, he's going to chase it.
Rusney Castillo will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Davis on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Blake Swihart.
Stepping in, Blake Swihart. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And now he's hitting left-handed where he's a lot more comfortable over his career. He tends to make better contact from the left side, so I think he's happy to be over there.
That's a ball. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
1-0 count. Here it is. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Yeah, this pitch is just nowhere near the target. You see it run in and catch him right about thigh high. I have a feeling the bruise will be worse than the pain. That'll leave a nice rainbow for a good couple of weeks.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart here in the fifth after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Jeff Manship is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
Manship.
Here's Jackie Bradley now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. Two down, runners at first and second. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
And now here 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Looped out towards short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Boston strands a couple. They're still out in front 5-2. Mike Napoli will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Starts him with a breaking ball this time. Misses down and in for a ball. 1-0. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
High and deep to right. Castillo going back at the track. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Well, if this is a day game, this is a home run. You know, a night game, much different story here. This place just doesn't have the same kind of carry to it under the lights, and this winds up being a long out to the warning track.
Juan Uribe stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
1 out, nobody on. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. And he'll try and tempt him. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
Wow, he's using that fastball to devastating effect out there now. As he gets another out here. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Abraham Almonte stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitters. He's not dancing around the zone.
And a curveball here. Good pitch, but a better take, and it's to 2-1 now.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? You bet he does. 11 in a row set down, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tribe. They trail 5-2. Mookie Betts will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far.
Center fielder, Mookie Betts.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Smoked on the ground left side. Oh, look at Uribe. It's there. He got him.
No way. That was awesome. On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop, makes the play and gets the out, and the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. To short, hit hard. Lindor scoops it up, and the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Now to the plate, Xander Bogaerts. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Nope. 2-0 now. 5-2 is our score here in inning number 6. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And you know, with that fella waiting on deck, if you believe in protection in the batting order, this guy is going to get something to hit right here.
And the count will be full. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Bogaerts will head for second. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
And you know, I think we're starting to see, now that he's got some major league playing time under his belt, it's starting to come a little bit easier to him. He's starting to drive the ball, and he's starting to drive the ball with authority, too. And this is case in point as he winds up on second with a ringing double.
David Ortiz will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. And there is ball 4, so they obviously want to go after someone other than Ortiz here.
Yeah, they decide they don't even want to mess around with this guy. With his track record, it's hard to say you blame him. Let somebody else beat you.
Hanley Ramirez strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. On with 2 men out. Grounded to third. Uribe's got it. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Indians 2. Rajai Davis will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Sandoval fields it cleanly. Throw will not be in time, as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
Man, he get flat out fly. I mean, once this thing got down, you figured if this is a fair ball, it's a base hit. That's almost too easy there.
Francisco Lindor will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Price pauses. Here it comes. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember, the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
A look to first by Price. A dive, but he's back.
Had a pretty good lead right there.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
He just might be up there taking pitches, waiting for that base runner to go, but he's not going to be able to take anymore.
Oh, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit back up the middle. Bogaerts has it. Wow, a flip to second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
Jason Kipnis will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
And that's in there for strike one. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. High fly ball out to deep right field. Castillo ranging back. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Indians fail to score, and the deficit remains 5-2. Back here in Cleveland, Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Dan Otero is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 61, Dan Otero.
Now in the box, Pablo Sandoval. He drew a walk his first time up.
Pablo Sandoval.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. Some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start an at-bat. And sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
Into the box now, Rusney Castillo, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. (5-2) our score as we play inning number 7. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Davis will get there as he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Blake Swihart.
Blake Swihart steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First delivery to him on the way. Tap foul at home plate. Squared that one up just a little late. Oh, and 2, here it is. And he got him.
He's bounced back nicely here after the leadoff single. Kept the guy anchored at first. He's done what he's needed to do.
Junior.
Jackie Bradley Jr. gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Two out with the man at first. chopped foul right at home plate. On the ground to third. Gloved by Uribe. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Red Sox leave one, and it remains 5-2. Carlos Santana will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. Price sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball two. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 3-1 now.
And like most guys, the further ahead in the count he gets, the more dangerous he becomes. He's going to lock in on one pitch, one zone, and he'll hurt you if he guesses right.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And that misses. Ball four. It's a leadoff walk to start the home seventh.
And that's what I call an intelligent at-bat right there. It's good knowledge of the strike zone, and more importantly, of how the home plate umpire calls the strike zone. Got himself a leadoff walk.
Yan Gomes will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. A runner at first with no outs here. Skied into straightaway right. Castillo is under it. One down.
The right fielder, number 8, Lonnie Chisenhall.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Another strong outing here for David Price. Just 2 runs allowed through 6 1/3. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
And with that tying run on deck, he should get something good to hit right here. 3-1. If it's me, I'm looking for a fastball middle in.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And that is in there at the letters to run it full. 3-2.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
He continues to pitch well out there. Here's his pitch breakdown so far.
Mike Napoli.
Mike Napoli will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 0-1, here's the pitch. And Napoli can't connect there as that's by him for strike 2.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Indians leave one. They trail 5-2. Mookie Betts will get things going for the Red Sox with Dustin Pedroia to follow.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
And there's ball one. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
And you know, working inside is great. Even backing guys off is fine when the time's right, but you need to be careful here in the late innings when your guys are already down.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. 3-2 now. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our two starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown nine have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Dustin Pedroia will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Now here's the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
You can hit the low fastball, but you're not going to hit that one up there. You can just forget about it. You've got to make him bring that thing down.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Davis coasts under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Visiting Red Sox on top in the 8th inning as you get a look at the line score to this point. Digging in, Xander Bogaerts. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Now the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
To short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They're still out in front 5-2. One Uribe will stand in to start out their half of the eighth with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball one. Well, that man right there is into his eighth inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Price gets his sign, ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Hit on the ground to short. Bogarts has it. Throw on to first in time, one away.
Well, he gave up that two spot in the first inning, but since then, it's been nothing but zeros. Really found his groove out there.
Abraham Almonte stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
Well, I'm no pitching coach, but I can see that shoulder starting to fly open a little. That ball's really taken off on him.
And not the kind of swing you're hoping for on 2-0 as they bunch him up inside. It's 2-1 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Shot towards second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
When you got a guy out there that made 30-plus starts last year, you don't worry too much about his pitch count, but he's creeping up there toward that century mark.
Rajay Davis will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Now the first pitch here from Price. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. The 0-1 delivery. Grounded to short. Bogarts takes it in. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
And if this is almost any other guy in baseball, he's going to be out. But he just gets down that line so fast, and he winds up beating this one out.
Francisco Lindor will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and the runner will get back standing.
Keeping him close.
He's set, and the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
And just when you thought this inning was about over, back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches. You can't let your guard down even for a second against these guys.
Jason Kipnis stands in trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first, and the Tribe are held in check as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple, and the deficit remains 5-2. And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. David Ortiz will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Almonte racing back to the track. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Got under this one just a bit too much, and this thing winds up just a few feet shy of the 375 sign out there in the alley.
Hanley Ramirez struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0-for-4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go 0 for, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. Kipnis has it. Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the 9th is proving unfruitful thus far. 2 quick outs here.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Pablo Sandoval ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And good patience here from Sandoval. It's 2-0 now. Two out, nobody on. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Davis giving chase, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Nothing in the Boston 9th. Last chance coming up for the Indians. They're down here 5-2.
Your attention, please.
Ninth inning save situation coming up now as they'll entrust Craig Kimbrell with the baseball here as he'll try and close things out. Carlos Santana will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Well, he's done some pretty good damage in clutch situations with 2 RBIs in this game already.
And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball, 1-0. Kimbrel pauses. Here it is on 1-0. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. This is line to left, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yan Gomes. He flew out in his last at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
Yeah, a big first out there. When you're on the mound, you need to make sure that you at least keep that tying run in the on-deck circle. And now he's set up to maybe end this thing right here if he can get a ground ball.
Lonnie Chisenhall stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here's a knuckle curve that backs him up a bit. Ball 1. The win would belong to David Price if the lead holds up. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Runners on first with 1 down. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. Still 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Mike Napoli waits on deck. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
He may be the closer, but he is opening up a real can of worms here. Putting another guy on base with a walk, that's not going to help things.
Mike Napoli stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. From the belt, kicks and deals. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Well, it looks like he's going to be taken until he gets a strike. Not a bad plan when you're down by 3 in the 9th.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Hot shot on the ground is short. And that's through, a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Wow, a 2-0 count. And this is a room service fastball. Look where this thing is, right down the middle. I mean, he can't help but jump all over that.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Juan Uribe. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
From the stretch. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And they'll get one back with the sac fly as it's now a 5-3 ball game.
Up next for
And with one out and the bases loaded, this isn't the worst thing that could happen to you if you're out there on the mound. They do give up one run with the sacrifice fly, but with 2 outs now, they're much closer to avoiding what could have been a huge inning.
Standing in now, Abraham Almonte, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
Two down, runners at first and second. All even now, 2-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Well, this one certainly wasn't a spotless finish, that's for sure. He does surrender a run, but he also gets the final out here to pick up the save.
And a line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, David Price. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the 9th, but still 8 strong innings for him. And he was hitting his spots all game long.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Red Sox win it 5-3. Good night from Cleveland.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Boston Red Sox, 5 runs on 9 hits. 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For Cleveland, 3 runs on 7 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. The winning pitcher is David Price. Credit the save to Craig Kimbrell. The loss goes to Corey Kluber. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 2 minutes. A reminder that the Regional Transit Authority provides convenient, affordable service to and from Progressive Field. The Rapid Transit provides direct service to Tower City, only a short 10-minute walk from Progressive Field through RTA's Walkway to Gateway.